One thing about it and two things for sure is these jobs need to stop playing around. Everyone is hiring nowadays. It's not even submit your application and we'll review it and get back to you. Everyone is hiring nowadays. The problem is that they want you to have an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's degree to make less than $50,000 a year. In addition, that position usually comes with some kind of managerial role where you have direct report. And any and everyone who has ever been responsible for a team knows that direct reports will dump a bunch of shit on you and make their problems your problems. When disciplinary action is introduced to them, whether verbally or in documentation, some of them will have the audacity to have an attitude. Not just that, some of them will have the audacity to try to involve HR in order for them to get some kind of block or hold on the fact that they know they're getting ready to be this close to termination. A lot of them will make up a lot of shit about you because they want HR to believe that you're the problem and their productivity isn't. Their tardiness isn't. That dysfunction and discord that they bring to work isn't. That gossip and lying, slandering tongue isn't the issue. The underlying tone of disrespect and undermining that you have for your superior coworker, which is typically your supervisor or manager, as well as other coworkers, isn't. Those people can be in positions they do not qualify, but typically they're in positions that make less than $18 an hour because they have a lack mentality, an impoverished mind, and a poor way of conducting themselves. Then you have those that are in the position to bring you on as an employee, but they're threatened by your skill set. Some of them say you're overqualified. Well, if I'm so overqualified, doesn't that qualify me for the job? When they truly just want to tell you and want to say and should say, you intimidate me. I feel inferior to your skill set. I feel like me being a smartass is inferior to your intelligence. And for those reasons, and those reasons alone, and just because I'm insecure, I'm not going to hire you. Or if I do offer you the position, I'm going to insult you by giving you less money or offering you less money than what you're worth. Because it makes me feel that now I have balanced the power dynamic in which you have naturally taken away from me without even trying. Then the nerve to have a restaurant requisition open or a fast food place such as Burger King or McDonald's and tell someone they don't qualify for working there because they don't have any fast food experience. Yet you have no employees to move this drive-through faster. How hard is it to drop some burgers and fries? And how in the world are you going to entice someone who would have had experience working in those particular positions with $12 an hour? The sense that just doesn't seem so common. Then you encourage the common folk to go into thousands of dollars worth of debt to compete for the better paying jobs that they usually never work their field in because the opportunities are not given to them. So you're telling me that someone who has went to an Ivy League school versus someone who has went to DeVry can't get a job? Racked up $80,000 to $120,000 worth of debt that they can't pay back because they're unemployed or underemployed at $12 an hour. so they will ever and forever be indebted to you. And honey, that's just 1 degree. What if you tell them they got to go back to school to advance their education? Now, here we go with the bullshit again. To get a position that is only paying about $10,000 more than the last position they had or are already in. So the saying that nobody wants to work is a lie. People aren't getting paid what they're worth. People aren't being appreciated. And so what's the point? Some people make more money sitting their ass at home doing lives on TikToks, collecting donations and gifts, and it amounts more than their weekly paycheck. You shouldn't have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. You should not have to work 60 hours a week. You should not have to make 3 times the monthly amount of rent to rent an apartment, especially when the people in the leasing office don't even make 3 times the amount of the rent. If you posted this job on Indeed or Career Builder or even the company website and that position has not been filled within 30 to 60 days, then the unqualified person is you. Because HR will love you to death. But that hiring manager, if y'all don't come with the same energy as them, if they on some BS and you ain't on no BS, you can cancel that job. And you could have been the best thing smoking on that damn train. So the long and short of it is if you want quality employees, pay quality money. Stop demanding so much education from them to get jobs that really ain't jobbing, especially when it comes to the paycheck. Stop insulting people by being so cheap when you make multi-millions, if not billions of dollars to be able to pay people what they're worth. And don't be surprised when people start banding together and realize that 7 people in one house that can get along with each other and pool their money together is the way to go. And it'll be easier to walk away from people, places, and things that do not serve you, especially jobs that are not jobbing, because the financial freedom that they will now have, instead of trying to pay for everything by themselves, will allow them to build their own businesses and invest in themselves and have the freedom to work on their own dreams and to do what they've been sent here on this earth to do as purpose. Because a lot of jobs think we're slaves, and we ain't nobody's damn slave. We do what we have to do to put food on our table. But what y'all do to us is not fair. It's not kind, and it's not cool. And when people start smartening up and putting their resources together, there's going to be a lot of companies going out of business.